So now, since we've had a couple severe and even tornado outbreaks in the United States in the month of October, what else is in store? Could we potentially see more tropical weather? Could we see more severe weather? Could we see more blizzard activity? We'll have to see in the latter stages of the video. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. My name is Nate. I also go by Hockey Boy Nate. As I said, we're going to be discussing the future potential for significant weather in the United States. So if you guys are new to my channel, please be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for all the latest information that I will be providing for you all, as well as leave a like on the video so that we can get this information to as many people as possible on YouTube. That's just how YouTube's algorithm works. The more likes I have on a video, the more this video can get to as many people as possible, essentially spreading the information. Share this with friends and family and on social media. Also follow me on social media. Link will be in the description down below. We're going to be taking a look at the same thing we look at every single video in the beginning, and that is our satellite analysis. And a couple things that, well, actually just one thing that I want to really talk about here. Look at this. Massive low pressure with a huge boundary here that is established. Massive cold front that is going to be pushing on through, creating some severe weather in portions of Pennsylvania, New York, and even New England, specifically around the Adirondacks. That's where the major activity could be today. Not exactly major activity, I should say, but be some characteristics of severe weather is possible in that general vicinity. But other than that, if you take a look at the rest of the United States, nothing really is happening across the board. You have a little bit of a boundary that's pushing on through, potentially creating some showers and thunderstorms for the northwest, or maybe even the future of that. But that could potentially create a little bit of a rain, maybe even a blizzard activity over here. Maybe some sort of snowstorm, and not just blizzard activity, but something of the likes over there in the Rocky Mountains. If we go over to the Storm Prediction Center here real quickly, you can see a couple of things. First off, this is the day one convective outlook here for October 16th, 2021. We have a 1 out of 5 on the severe weather scale indicated in dark green, 2 out of 5 in the yellow. So if you guys live within those areas, I should say, highly recommend watching out for the potential of severe weather to be within your area. Basically along the I-95 corridor from Maine all the way down into DC, that general vicinity. Highly recommend monitoring the weather all day. But even if you live along the Hudson River, all the way up towards places like Burlington and maybe even the border of Canada and the United States, specifically along areas near New York and Vermont, highly recommend just kind of watching out for weather, as you guys do have a large chance for, well, not exactly a large chance, but you have a substantial chance for tornadoes as well, due to the fact that the Hudson River kind of just channels a bit more energy and allows thunderstorms to reach their full potential within their area. So something to watch out for if you guys live up near places like Saratoga Springs and Burlington. Now, here's the thing. If we go over to tomorrow, there really is nothing going on. This is Sunday, October 17th, 2021. The only areas that could potentially see some thunderstorms in general is this light green over here in the southern peninsula of Florida. That is just areas right around near Miami, and they're just expected to get some showers and thunderstorms. Nothing really too significant. If we take a look at the day 3 outlook, this is on Monday. Chance for some showers and thunderstorms is possible across portions of Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, northern Utah, and extreme northwestern portions of Colorado. But you guys could even get some snow within that area as well. So I would really watch out for that if there is some activity that really starts to brew. And then the day 4 convective outlook, nothing really too serious with that either. So it's just one of those things to where right now there's not really a whole lot happening, but in the future, that's where things could potentially change, and it'll be really interesting to see as to how that all progresses. So let's quickly take a look over at the models. Let's take a look at that and see what we got here. And so if you want to follow along with the timing, it is right above me. And of course, it's in Eastern Daylight Time right here. So if you want to follow along with that, feel free to do so. But this is the simulated radar here from the Euro model. And you can see we have our low pressure system here in Canada that's carrying a lot of showers and thunderstorms all the way down from the Great Lakes down towards the deep south. That'll propagate forward, creating more severe weather all the way throughout the rest of the day. And then nothing really happens for quite a while until things start to really push on through and onto the west coast. Right around Sunday night into Monday morning. Look at this. You got some showers and thunderstorms, maybe even some snow showers over here in Northern California. And this is where things will start to progress. A new low pressure system will push on through, create some snowy conditions across the areas in that day 3 convective outlook where there was the chance for some showers and thunderstorms. So I'd watch out for that, see if anything else would form there. Then that low pressure system would move on through into places like Minnesota and even the Midwest. So the potential for some activity is possible. Even down further south, if a boundary starts to develop here sometime around Wednesday, you could potentially see some showers and thunderstorms, some of which could be severe here in places like Iowa, Illinois, down to Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, down into Arkansas. Would not be surprised if something happened on that front. But other than that, then it'll start to gust out into a bit more of a linear mode. And by Thursday, another shot of severe weather could be ongoing over into places of the Northeast and the Great Lakes again. So I would watch out for the potential of that as well. And then maybe even another setup that could be coming on through towards the end of the month that could try and push on through. Specifically in the Central Plains, right here you see a lot of showers and thunderstorms, and then a new low pressure system that is right off the coast there as well. Now, if we take a look at the 5-day graphical outlook here for the National Hurricane Center, because we're going to want to shift gears over towards tropical weather now, nothing is expected to form over the next 5 days, so nothing too significant on that front. But I want to direct our attention over real quickly to this right here. This is basically the empirical wave propagation, or the vorticity scale, more or less. And this basically looks at a couple of things here. Really interesting to look at specifically. But what this does is it looks for rising motion in the atmosphere across portions to where tropical activity is typically forms, I should say. And so areas in the kind of tan-ish, orangish, that's where rising motion is not favorable. And areas in the greens is where rising motion is favorable. Now, this goes by every 5 days. So this right here, this is what's currently ongoing right now. So this box up here is what's right now. This right here is day 5. So this is the October 20th. This right here is the 25th of October. And then this down here is the 30th of October. And so what we can see here is that not very favorable here right now. It's kind of average once you get to the 20th. And then once you get up towards the 25th, right about here, look at that. We do have some potential activity of tropical weather somewhere in the Caribbean, maybe even in the Gulf of Mexico, to where you could potentially be seeing something if you're in and along the southern or southeastern states. Definitely something that I would watch out for. Actually, some of the models might have actually picked up on some of this already. But definitely could see something sometime around the 25th of October, maybe even a little bit further than that, all the way towards the 28th of October or 27th. You could potentially be seeing something with that. That was from the global forecasting system. This is from the empirical wave propagation. And this is a little bit more conservative than the GFS. This is the EWP, and you can see not too favorable right now, not too favorable sometime around the 20th, but then it starts to become average around the 25th, and maybe even a little bit above average around the 30th as well. So there is a window of opportunity sometime around the 25th, I would have to say, to where there could be potentially some tropical activity within that general area. And now I want to go over, shift gears specifically to that tropical activity. We're going to take a look here at tropical tidbits and take a look at the just the general scale, more or less, as to what could be happening across the board here in the Atlantic as well as the United States. And so you could barely tell. Right here is the United States. This is Mexico, and this is South America. Of course, we have the Greater Antilles and Lesser Antilles over here. So just a reference as to where we are when we're looking at this map. But if we watch how this progresses on the GFS, this starts to move about into sometime around the 20th into the 21st, where there's a lot of showers and thunderstorms right here. Up here, you can see it's a 18Z Wednesday. October 20th. 18Z, if you live in Eastern Daylight Time, you're just going to want to subtract the total amount of hours by 4, and you'll be able to get the time in Eastern, which in this case would be around 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And in this instance, we have a lot of showers and thunderstorms over here, which is what the GFS and the EWP was picking up on earlier in the video. And as this continues to sometime around the 23rd, look at how many showers and thunderstorms are over here near the Yucatan Peninsula and the Bay of Campeche, as well as in areas in the Eastern Pacific. And what actually happens here is that there actually is a storm that begins to form sometime around the 23rd, according to this model run, and into the 24th, it moves over into the Gulf of Mexico. And so if this is true, we could potentially be seeing some sort of tropical system that would enter the Gulf of Mexico, and that could impact areas anywhere within, that range. Mexico, Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, all the way through into Florida. And we need to really watch out for if this thing is true, as well as how it progresses. All the timings are a bit, off by a little bit, maybe give or take. But this does look like a potential tropical system that could move about and maybe even start to form. And this could be one of the final hurrahs as our one of the last stronger systems of the year into the Gulf of Mexico. So I'm definitely going to be watching out for that very, very closely. But other than that, afterwards, not really a whole lot to report there. So I guess it's just one of those things to where the time frame that I am expecting another tropical activity or batch of activity to actually impact the United States would have to start sometime around the 25th of October, and maybe even a little bit later than that. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like. I know this is a little bit of a quicker video than I typically do. Just wanted to get a general overview, and I don't typically go in depth into a whole lot of stuff unless if things actually start happening. And so whenever things do start happening, that's when you'll see how stuff actually works. That's when I'll show my work as to how things actually come to be in the world of weather. And just basically making it so that if people do hear my words, I want at least a little bit of credibility that I apply to myself. Instead of just saying randomly like, oh, there's going to be a tornado in this place, or oh, there's going to be a massive hurricane in this place, or oh, there's going to be a massive blizzard in this place. You know what I mean? Kind of want just one of those things where I want to show my work and not just shoot from the hip. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did like the video, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, turn on notifications, share this with friends and family and on social media. Also follow me on social medias, link in the description down below. Episode 1 of Into the Storm Cellar podcast has been uploaded for members only here. It's going to be uploaded at 4:30, 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time every single week on Friday. It will generally, it'll gradually be released to the general public. I'll cut it into pieces so that people can watch it as things move about. I think the first episode, or the first half of the podcast, or first third, I should say, is going to be uploaded tomorrow sometime around 5. I won't be able to upload a video talking about weather for you guys tomorrow, but the first third of the podcast is going to be uploaded tomorrow, and then the next third is going to be uploaded sometime around Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, and then the next one's going to be uploaded around Thursday. So if you want early access to that podcast, got to become a member. Hit that join button down below for just basically helping me out. It's $5 a month. You get all sorts of perks and stuff like that. But if you don't want that and you just want to see stuff come out gradually, if you have a bit of patience, more patience than I do, feel free to hang around. But thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.